Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is my explainer series for web development. Today I am coming to talk about the document object model, the DOM, and then the source code, the difference between the DOM and the source code. Now let's take a look at this diagram over here. So let's assume the whole of this page, everything I've drawn over here is a web page. It's a web page. Okay, you went to etonam.com and you saw this web page, everything being displayed in this form. So this is a button, this is a text, this is an image, and these are some other images. This is a text, and everything is loaded on your web page. Now, so some way, somehow, I wrote a line by line instruction on how this page should look like on the browser when someone visits it. And that is what we call the source code. And it usually looks like this. It usually looks like this, something like this. Okay. Now, let's come back to the paper. So once that source code is created, it is stored somewhere on a server. Okay. Now, let's come back to this side also. We've covered what is a source code. Okay. Now, let's come back to the DOM side. So, assuming we want to access another web page also, let's say google.com, www.google.com. We make that request on our laptop, and that request goes through our internet service provider to the company web service where the source code and files are stored. The company web service sends us the source code back, and our browser reads that file. And once the browser reads that file, the browser creates what? A document. Now we've covered the D for the DOM. Okay, the browser creates what? A document. Okay, now when the browser creates that document, it becomes what? An object in the browser. Okay, it becomes an object in the browser's memory. So we've covered the O2. Now, once that becomes an object, the browser can then what? Model that object. We've been hearing 3D of modeling, like in animation, 3D model and the rest. Okay, so once something is a model, once something is a model, it means what? It is a replica of an object that can be worked on. So this web page here is a replica of the source code that we requested for. The browser will then read it and create whatever was written in the source code for us as an object for us to what? Model or work with. Okay, and that is what? Live. The source code is fixed, but then the DOM is what? Is live. What does that mean? It means that assuming we requested for google.com, a search engine web page, and it loads, we'll have what? An input button, an input box, sorry, and a button, a submit button. So once we click inside the input box, anything we type here and we press on go, that doesn't reflect on the actual source code. The source code is being stored somewhere. The input value would probably remain empty or remain the way it was configured by the developer. Okay, and it is only the model in our browser that will be affected by whatever we do in our web browser. Okay, now since that is an object, let's understand this concept. So let's take a look at this mouse. This mouse is an object. Okay, it has some features: a left click and a right click and a scroll wheel, some other buttons too on it. Okay, so these are the features of this what? Mouse object. So we can call these features what? When we click this, it does something. Okay, it does something, and that functionality we can describe it as what? A method of doing something. Good, I've given you guys an idea. So the object inside the browser what? Also has what? Some features. Okay, or some ways of doing some things. Okay, so if you want to reference something in the browser, let's say by an ID, then you use what? That method of the document object, which is the document dot what? Get elements by ID. I hope if you are a web developer, you've all probably used this, or you started to hear stuff like this. So that is how come or that is the concept behind the document object model, the DOM, and the source code and everything. I hope this short video gives a little insight about the few concepts I've talked about. If you have any questions or further, or you want me to go in further or talk about any other topic at all under web development, please comment below. If you have a suggestion for me, maybe I missed something, comment it in the comment section below, and then I'll be happy to reply you. Thank you guys for watching. Please do leave a like and share it to your friends too. If you feel like, oh, this is good, informative video, please share it to your friends. Let them also get educated. I'll see you guys in the upcoming series. Bye.